Good morning, students. Hope you all are well. So, already almost we have completed this chapter. So, I think this guttation and bleeding, which I have discussed in previous class, I think you have understood this one. So, let's see the figure number 5.14. It is actually a diagrammatic representation of the path of water through the plant, which showing the whole process or the different process or various physical forces which are responsible actually for the movement within the plant tissue, and which helps in the transpiration. So the number 1 and number 2, it's from the lower side you see it is actually showing the absorption of water through the imbibition and osmosis. So through this process, through these processes, the water from the soil, it will go through the cell or through the root hair cells, okay, and after that it will goes into cortex, and after that in xylem. So through the xylem there is some forces, that is adhesion force, root pressure and capillary pressure, okay. So through this there is the mass movement of water through the xylem vessel, okay. Next the main three types of transpiration. One is the stomatal transpiration, which is generally occur in the leaf, then the cuticular transpiration and the lenticular transpiration. You can see the lenticular transpiration here, which showing this yellow portions, okay. And after that there is the stomatal transpiration, because the water through the xylem vessel, it actually goes into the epidermal cells of the leaves, and then there is stomatal transpiration through the lower surface of the lower surface of the leaves, which is having the lower epidermis. And next there is some cuticular transpiration also, but very less amount of cuticular transpiration. And last but not the least, the last two process, that is guttation and bleeding. So these are also showing here, okay. This is actually the summary of all this process, okay. So next it is actually the difference between the transpiration and guttation, okay. So during transpiration, so water is lost in form of water vapor in case of transpiration, but in guttation the water is lost in the form of what? Water droplets. You know that during guttation water is lost in the form of water droplets, okay. So here in transpiration, pure water only change into vapor, but in case of guttation, the water means which water lost through the water droplets, they contain some mineral salts. In transpiration, water vapor is lost through stomata, lenticels and the cuticle, as these are only the three main process of transpiration. But in guttation, the water is lost through the spatial structure or through the spatial pores, that is known as hydrathoid, and it is actually found at the end of the veins, okay. So hydrathoids are found on the end of the veins of the leaves, okay. In transpiration, it may lead to the loss of turgidity in leaf cells, which causes the leaf wilting, means wilting of the leaf. But in guttation there is no effect on the turgidity of the leaf, okay. Next the stomatal transpiration is regulated by the Gerd cell, and the opening of the hydrathoids cannot be regulated. In transpiration, it occurs in presence of sunlight, and guttation generally occur in early morning or in night or at night, early morning or at night, okay. Next the transpiration cools the plant body, and it has the guttation actually don't have any cooling effect on the plant, and it occurs during dry condition, the transpiration, and guttation generally occur during humid condition. It is opposite. Okay, transpiration occurs during dry condition, but the guttation generally occurs during humid condition.